I went to a cold plunge, Josh. The guy next to me, naked cold plunging. Have you ever heard of something so crazy? He took off his swim trunks and cold plunged.
Did you see him after the plunge?
Yes, before and after. And his
big difference?
Yes, his penis was non-existent before and after.
Oh my God.
Before it was small, and then it was shrunk up into his belly. Like, totally gone.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine, it's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys, we're just the good guys. Whoa.
But I love a cold plunge. David, do you plunge? Are you a plunger?
No, but like where my head goes thinking about that is like just like nude beaches. Like, have you guys ever done nude beaches?
I did once in Hawaii, and I
like for a show?
No, I just went for fun, and they were like, on this side of the rocks is the nude side, and you can wear a bathing suit. They don't care as long as you don't leer. So I just kind of strolled and quasi-leered.
What does leer mean?
Leering, just like.
Oh, as long. Okay.
Don't stare.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds terrible. Like, have you ever had to take off too many clothes for like a role where you didn't want to?
I've had to show my butt, and I've had to be like covering my bits and then showing the rest. And if I get lean and tan, who am I talking to? I can live with it. I mean, I'm always gonna have, you know, a light case of gynecomastia, and that's my truth.
That's just. I just watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and Jason Segel, that's the guy that's in it.
But he's got something there.
Such a great
but like
movie.
when his penis comes out in it, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like you could, I can't imagine doing that in front of like a crew of like 30 people. I don't know. It just stresses me. And like I wanted to be an actor as a kid. This is why I'm bringing it up, is because I would think about it all the time. Like I can't be an actor because I can't be shirtless. I'm like so intimidated by it, and I definitely can't show my penis. And I know like for the funniest moments, it sometimes calls for that. As, you know, example, Jason Segel, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So I don't know. But I'm glad you haven't had to encounter like the penis situation yet. So
I'd do it.
So
I'm
you
fine
would.
with it.
Oh, wow. Even today?
Oh, yeah. For the right thing? Sure.
Wow.
I was gonna ask Josh, how much money does it take for you to show your penis on camera? But you seem you're down. It seems like it's free.
Yeah.
Just a small roll. Just penis.
I'm weirdly more uptight like at the pool amongst friends than I would be for that. The truth is, if a movie's asking me to do it, it's probably so artistic that they ain't paying nothing. and I'm like, I'm either gonna win an Oscar or never work again, so let's roll the dice.
So if Nolan calls, anything goes.
If Nolan calls anything in his hands, you just go.
Yeah. Okay, because
see.
you trust it. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You'll place your dick in his hands.
I hope he hears this. Can you imagine he doesn't have a cell phone, but he listens to Good Guys? What would he listen on? I'll tell you what. Yeah. Samsung Ultra S25.
Wow.
You know, it's interesting. One of my favorite moments from, I don't know if I told you this on you know, the set of Oppenheimer. But,
oh, no way.
But you'll love this. I remember we're rehearsing the scene where we're going to detonate the nuke, right? And we're in this, you know, this bunker, and we're going through all the paces, and Matt Damon's there and Cillian, and I didn't have a lot of time with Matt, but I was lucky enough to hang out with Cillian a bit, and Nolan's there, and we're going through, and it's kind of my bit, so the eyes are on me during this rehearsal. And we finish, and I walk out because we have to go change really quick, and I hear Nolan and Damon behind, and I was maybe, 10 feet ahead of them, and I just hear what I think Damon says to Nolan is that the guy from Drake and Josh?
No!
I think that's what he said, and I asked a buddy of mine who I was like,
my God.
Did I hear that right? He's like, what else could it have been? and I just heard Nolan go, oh, yeah.
Wow.
He's got kids.
That's crazy. So you think Nolan may have seen Drake and Josh? And the fact that Damon knows that's a lot of worlds colliding.
It is. It's wild.
Dude, that is the coolest thing ever.
At least you know you have one thing in common with Christopher Nolan.
I know. This is amazing.
A love for Drake and Josh.
Wow. Good for you, Josh.
Thanks. It was fun. He's doing a new movie.
Was you checking your emails?
Seeing if he called.
Maybe you're gonna be cast a little later. Maybe they're shooting the first half, and you come in at the big end.
It's Homer. It's a Viking story. I look good. Look, Oppenheimer, or as I like to call it, the Jewish Avengers. I was perfect, right? When he goes to get the scientists, that's like, Captain America, Captain Moish.
And you also had, I think, one of the biggest roles in it. For being in the shortest amount of time, you had technically the biggest impact in the entire film.
Yes.
Without you,
That's
no
it.
detonation.
God bless.
Yeah, so you kind of carried the whole thing.
An honor.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I hope he's listening. He's obviously a fan if he gave you that spot.
Who knows? I hope.
So
Ben-
David,
Ben,
you
what were
wanted
you
to be
gonna say?
you wanted to be an actor. You no longer want to be an actor. That dream has died, or would you still act?
No. Now I've realized that I can't really do it. I did one of those, like on the radio shows, or like on radio, they'll be like, "Does your kid want to be a Nickelodeon or a Disney star?"
Yeah.
Well, like come in, blah, 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 blah. And I did one of those once, and you come into like an office building, and there's like 200 kids. Everyone's really nervous, and I go into an audition. I read some lines, and they're like, "Okay, we'll call you back, whatever." And then we got a call like 2 weeks later. I picked up the phone, and my mom picked up the phone downstairs, and they're like, "We want to invite your son back. We loved him so much." My mom, I've never heard my mother so excited in my life. She screams throughout the house. I hear it from the downstairs and the phone, and then it just turns out to be like a complete like. But first,
Right.
for 6 months, we want to offer you this camp for acting, and it's like $3,500 or something, whatever it is, a month. That like my parents are like, "Fuck no, like you're staying here," which is like a complete scam. So that was the closest I got, and then I kind of just gave that up.
Can we go back to early days, like David in Slovakia days?
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
No, I do, but I couldn't understand how crazy Slovakia was until I recently visited. Like back in the day, I mean, that's just like my reality was growing up in Slovakia, so it like seemed very normal. But like now when I go, like I got to visit like a couple months ago and like a year and a half ago. Like now when I go back, I go, holy fuck, like this is a different planet. Like it's not like my parents didn't move from Ohio to California to Los Angeles. My parents moved from like what feels like a whole nother universe, like into I can't even explain like the amount of balls it took for them to come here, because it's just so different. The lifestyle is so different there, and like it made me appreciate my parents so much more for making that like big move and commitment like after seeing it. But yeah, other than that, I just remember I hated the cafeteria. Like I'm such a picky eater, and that's where it started. And all I could think about is like the egg soup. There was this egg soup that had like particles of egg in it, and it just haunted me. And that was about it. I mean, I was there till like I was like 6 or 7, and then
That's old enough to have proper memories.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I flew here. My parents were already living here, and I flew on my own, which was really fun. I was crying the whole flight, and the flight attendants.
Why was that fun if you were crying the whole time?
Well, because like, although it was like I was in peril, it was like the thing I remember the most. And like, I don't have many memories of when I was younger, but I very vividly remember like the flight attendants coming over, like 2 or 3 of them, and they're like beautiful women at the time, where I was just like, they reminded me of my mom or something. So I felt like really taken care of. And I feel like I even cried more just to be taken care of even more. And then they took me to like the back area, and they offered me to go see the pilots in the cockpit, but I said no because I was too shy. But like I just felt really taken care of. And then I landed in Ohio. That's where I first lived. And then we went to go surprise my mom because she thought I wasn't coming for like another couple weeks. And yeah, that was like one of my best memories, is surprising my mom. That was my first surprise.
Yeah.
We surprised her with a car.
And,
yeah.
and was there that growing up, like obviously you have this immense drive that anyone who's been very successful probably has, but do you think there was any of that like kid of immigrants type thing of like, wow, like they moved their whole life here, like I gotta do something great?
I don't know. And I also question you when you say immense drive. Like, I don't know if I have immense drive or if I just, like, got lucky to where I have, like, the best job in the world. Like, I don't know. I was never, like, I got to become a billionaire. It was more so like I really want to do entertainment, like whatever it takes. So like I don't know, I can't tell. I just feel like I got so lucky getting into what I got into. Like I've said this before, but like my dad was always like, you have to work hard. You have to work hard. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like all like everyone's parents always tell someone to work hard. I'm like, well, where do I work hard? What does that mean? Like what do I first grab? Do I build Legos really well? Like what do I do? So then when I first got the opportunity with Vine or whatever, I was like, oh, this is my like one moment. Like I gotta like lock in. I finally got the opportunity to work hard. So I didn't want to screw that up. So like maybe that's where the drive kicked in, and that's where I was like, this is what I've always wanted to do. But I don't know if it has so much to do with like being an immigrant as it had to do with like being the biggest fan of like Conan O'Brien and like Jimmy Kimmel on TV. Like I just loved late night. I loved like people getting interviewed, and I loved when like Fallon and Kimmel would get to be the first one to like crack a joke that's something like
topical.
Yes, like
Yeah.
I was so obsessed with
on
that.
pop culture and what's going on in the world.
Yeah, like something controversial happens with Kim Kardashian, and then she's there the next day and they're cracking a joke about it. I'm like, that's so fucking cool.
Right.
And like I don't know.
It's funny listening to you say that it was just luck and like wasn't necessarily hard work. Like from a viewer's perspective, it looked like an incredible amount of work.
I mean, like it was incredible hard work. Like as it was happening, I was like, it's never in my head. I was like, I don't think it could ever be as hard because we were doing like 3 a week. So I was like, I don't think anything is ever going to be as fast paced and as like quick of a turnaround as this is. But like, I just can't chalk it up as hard work because it's like I love it so much. Where like that was my breathing. Like I loved every second of it. Like every level of stress. Like the gift to be able to be stressed out because you're doing something so fun was just like the thing that I was most like gracious for, I guess, if that makes sense. So it's hard to chalk up as hard work because I was just enjoyed it so much.
It just means
right?
that you found something amazing, though, right? Like, I don't know if you heard me. It means that you found something amazing, but like it's still incredibly hard work just because you loved it. You found something that you loved, but it's kind of like an athlete, right? Like LeBron James, I would consider him a hard worker. He probably loves his life and loves playing basketball for a living and is fortunate that he fell into it. But like, how long would it take you? Like, how much footage would you need? And how long would it take you to make then a 6-minute vlog?
Yeah, it's like probably, I forgot. I literally don't know. Natalie, was like 2-4 hours of footage for like one vlog? 2 to 4 hours for like a 6. Like every vlog was like a trailer of the best moments. So yeah, it was like 2-4 hours for like a 4-minute video. But back to the LeBron James thing, I like now thinking about it, like I don't know, I still can't like when I think of hard work, I think of a guy on a roof, like just fucking like in the sun, like hardcore labor.
No, that's
like,
real work.
That's real work. Agreed.
But that's okay. Then I
real work.
consider real work and hard work to be the same thing. Like to even say work with what we do, I think is crazy. I now say it. Like when I first moved to LA, there'd be a lot of people that like have been here a while, and they would be like, "I have work tomorrow," and like I'd be like, "What are you talking about? No, you don't." Right. And I thought it was
you're gonna go audition for a Chipotle commercial.
Yeah, like I thought it was so funny, and then now I've adopted it, almost ironically, but unironically. Like now I say it just to like make myself feel more official. Like I have work, even though I'm coming on your podcast and just talking to you.
But I think as far as the drive piece goes, I remember like when I first met you, like you talked about, right, like your hair was crazy while you were filming. Like you had a uniform because you didn't want to think about having to wear anything else. Like you didn't want to have decision fatigue because you had a uniform. I remember once I was like, oh, we should go like grab a bite for dinner sometime. Like we'll go out to a restaurant. Like, and you were like unacceptable.
No way.
You were like, I would
way.
never. You would house food uncontrollably.
I
like,
still do.
Natalie, is it horrible to watch him eat? I mean, no, poor Natalie. Like you would just, and I'd be like, is he okay?
He needs fuel for the next 8 hours.
Yeah, there wasn't ever like a thought of, and it's interesting, and I think I can slightly identify. It's just. There's this weird time between 18 and 22 when a lot of people are sort of like have that time in college and whatnot to figure it out. And it seems like when you're really sort of, when you figured it out and you are going full bore, and it's just different. I mean, I felt that since. Look, I always joke about how I became like a sort of a bit of a cliche in my late teens, just because I'd spent the entire time when I was supposed to have a childhood and make mistakes and be bored and just kind of look at the stars and think like, what's going on? I was working.
Right.
You know, it was a version of
Did
work.
you consider it like? How many times through your childhood were you like, oh fuck, I wish I could just go hang out with my friends and not do this work? Like, or was it just like this is so much better than being at the playground?
No, I think both things can be true. How about that? I think you can be uniquely lucky. I think there's two types of things in life. I think either you work as a source for money to fuel the thing that you love, which is your family or your hobbies or whatever it is. But you don't love being an accountant, but you love that it gives you the security to spend time with your family and have a wonderful life. And then there are those rare people who get to make a living doing something they love. And I can say I get to do that, and that's why I know I'm like uniquely, deeply lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick. And the thing that also like kind of made me adjust to that kind of thinking that like this is the best life ever is like you always see like celebrities, especially back in the day, especially with child stars, being like, I wish I had a regular life. And like when I would see that as a kid, I'd be like, why? Regular life sucks. I'm here now.
Yeah. Reporting from regular life? No good.
So it's like, so when I got the chance to like not maybe have the most regular life, I was like, this is fucking incredible. And still to this day, like even when like it's not as fun as it always is some days, like I'm still like, this is so much better than like working an office job or something I really didn't want to do. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just like so excited by it. The work thing is interesting, calling it work and not being work, but I don't know.
What do you think, Ben? And so
is this work? Is this work for you, Ben? Are you like, did you clock in or are you like?
It's funny.
Kind of like Josh.
This is no. It's like Josh, but it is factually work. I love it. It's the best part of my week is podcasting with Josh. Like we talk about that all the time. We can turn off our brains and we can just talk, right? So it's the best part of my week, but it's definitely work.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Caraway. Folks, it's spooky season. That's right. And that means, ooh, baby, we are making a gorgeous chili. That's right. Think about the beautiful ground beef, the gorgeous beans. I know beans are controversial. They belong in chili. Okay, I'm telling you, they belong in chili. All those beautiful herbs and spices, and we're making something gorgeous. Claudia is going to put nothing on top of it because she's nuts. I'm going to put a little sour cream, some cheese, maybe some chopped onions. Doesn't that sound delicious? And we are going to make it in our Caraway pots and pans because what else, okay? What else? We need things to taste good, but we also need to feel great about eating them. And that's why we are going with Caraway, because the average adult unknowingly consumes over 150,000 plastic particles every year. We don't need any of that. Over 70% of cooking and baking pans sold in America are coated with PTFEs. I don't want PTFEs in my chili. Do you want PTFEs in your chili? No, you don't. And microwaving plastic for 3 minutes can release over 4 million microplastics. Stop microwaving plastic containers. Stop it. Get Caraway because they're not plastic and you can microwave them, okay? That's the tip. That's it. It's a hack. Just get Caraway and you can use your microwave again. So folks, Caraway's cookware set is famous for a reason. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. It can save you up to $190 versus buying all the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/good10, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners. So visit carawayhome.com/good10 or use code good10 at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Nutrafol. Folks, you've probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. I did too, until I found out that Nutrafol isn't like the rest of them. Nutrafol is a physician-formulated, clinically tested, and dermatologist-recommended supplement brand. Folks, Nutrafol is, in fact, the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. And folks, while many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure their efficacy using a variety of hair measurement tools like hair counts and pull tests to assess growth, quality, shedding, and texture. Folks, you know that I'm in my early 30s. Yeah, that's right, not mid-30s. I almost said mid-30s. Why am I aging myself? Early 30s, and I've had shedding. I've spoken about it publicly, and Nutrafol has gotten me through it, folks. Less shedding. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. Dermatologist season, okay? Dermatologist recommended. I trust my dermatologist. You should trust yours too. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code GoodGuys10. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GoodGuys10. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code GoodGuys10.
Speaking of work, I want to talk about Dobriks for a second. So
Okay.
I own an alcohol company called Spritz Society. That's my work. You have Dobriks, which is your brick and mortar. Like, what made you pick pizza and brick and mortar, especially with, like, I've always thought, like, you've such a huge following. Like, why something physical? And then is the plan multiple Dobriks? Is it franchising? Like, what is it?
Nothing easier than the restaurant industry.
That's why, man. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Honestly, well, to answer that is like, I've always wanted to own my own hotel. And just for the sole purpose of being able to walk into the hotel and like the front desk person's like, "Welcome back, Mr. Dobrik." And I kind of felt the same way about like a pizza place. Like, okay, so I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, so like pizza was like a big part of our lives of hanging out. And like I just wanted to create a place that was like a really fun vibe for people to hang out in. People are always like, I was just talking to Natalie about this the other day. First of all, Dobrik's is like, currently you can't make money with one location of a place, like especially where we are.
It's the heart of the Sunset Strip. I can't even imagine. You want to say what your rent is? I'm sure it's a lot.
I actually don't. It's not horrible, but it's like $14,000-15,000 a month or something.
You got to sell a lot of pizza.
Yeah, you have to sell a fuck ton of pizza. So it's not like it's making me. It doesn't make me any money, but I just love that it's there. And like to make more money, you have to like go into Frozen, open more locations, which we plan to do, and that's exciting. But like I saw a comment the other day, like, how does he even make money? And someone responds like, dude, Dobrik's Pizza. And I'm like, no, you're nuts. No, that's not how it works. But like it's worth losing money on it because it's just like such a fun thing to be able to, like, someone visits LA, like friends or family, and to be able to send them there and be like, go check out our pizza spot, or to like be able to order pizza and get it for free.
Yeah.
It's not really free because I am paying a rent, but like it's just so cool. It's that, just that alone is like nice.
It is also the greatest name of all time. I will give you that for sure. Like,
yeah, we got really lucky.
Unbelievable.
When people are like, like, what came first, the name or the concept of wanting to do a pizza place? I don't know. I don't know if someone just said, Dobrik's kind of sounds like a good pizza spot. And then I was like, yes. Or if we were like, or if we really wanted the pizza spot first and then we came up with a name. But yeah, we got lucky on the name.
What about, I feel like it's much more impactful if you're more of like a mom and pop shop in the middle of America when Portnoy comes. But like when Portnoy came and reviewed the pizza,
my God.
were you just like, oh God, someone save me?
Well, we knew it was coming. I was like,
I mean, it's not the style that he likes, so it was like you were already like, all right, it's an uphill battle here.
It's not that. Here's the thing: we have a cheese pizza, we have a pepperoni. The three main ones that are big sellers are the cheese, pepperoni, and the vodka pizza. From the moment we started, even before we opened, I have been battling to get the cheese off our menu. Natalie's shaking her head. I have every time I'm like, please, for the love of God, don't fucking sell our cheese pizza.
Why?
I don't like it. I don't think you should come. Because here's the thing.
Natalie, do you want to retort here? You can come in.
We use, this is gonna sound like a humble brag, but like our cheese is so fresh that it sits weirdly on the pizza. And after it's been sitting for more than literally 10 seconds, the cheese gets weird. The ingredients that we use are actually super. This sounds just like I'm trying to like
great.
Backhole like a compliment into it. But like I just think fuck the cheese. I don't like the cheese pizza. Our pepperoni and our vodka slices are I love them. I stand by them all day, every day. I just don't give a fuck about our cheese, and that's all he tries. And when he went there, I was like, we're fucked.
Did one of the employees call and go, red alert? He's here, Dave.
No, like we were. I think we were all in this like Dobrik's group chat, and the GM at the time, he just texts, Portnoy just came by. We were like, what the fuck? We were like, you can't just like throw that in. And we were like, what did he say? And he was like, I was like, that's it. But like, I don't know. It's fine. Like, first I found out that he tried the cheese, and then I was like, expectations are low. Honestly, I think he was even gracious with the number he gave us for that cheese.
Okay, fair enough.
2 points too high.
David's like texting Josh Richards, like, I need the biggest favor in my fucking life.
Do you know Dave Portnoy's password? Think about what he likes. Where did he grow up?
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
What can you do?
It is what it is. But yes, the restaurant business, as you were saying, is like the most impossible thing. But the coolest part is like now I'll visit like I'll go to Sunset Tower. Like, I've only been there once, but the one time I went, like, the GM of the place came down and was like, hey, neighbor. Like, it's like really cool. Like, it feels like you're part of the street. So like, that's the best part.
Well, it's nice to have doing the entertainment stuff is so great, but there is that wonderful feeling you get from having something tangible.
It's insane.
When opening the door to something. And like, look, the great Jason Nash once said that,
Rest in peace.
God bless him. You still talk to him? And he said that one of his most fulfilling days was when he was the most down on his luck, and his buddy asked him to work and paint a house with him, and he went and painted the house for a few days, and he was like, I got there, I did hard work for 8 hours, and when I was done, there was no thought of like, I got to come up with more jokes. It was like, I finished my work for the day.
Wow, that is interesting.
There was like a feeling of completion, which was nice.
That makes sense. I'm not there with Dobrik's yet, but yeah, that is.
We're working
maybe
on
I'll
it.
paint a house.
Yeah, slowly but surely. What do you think? I remember like 5 years ago, you said, and this was when Mr. Beast was just sort of on his rise, and you were like, oh, he's going to be a billionaire. You had like a reverie for him. There was a respect for Mr. Beast. And it seems like when you talk about Dobrik's and when you talk about the charitable side of things, like he's done all that, you know, sort of like one of the best versions of that.
Yeah.
Do you still look up to him?
Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
Dude, he's unlike anything else.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We got to visit him he got Ilya a car, and this isn't the only reason I'm being so positive about him. He's so interesting. We got to visit him in North Carolina, and he just like walked us through everything he does. And this man, he very much is like an entrepreneur or businessman that just chose to do YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. Like that's what he is. Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't say he's like an SNL writer or like he'd kill it on Friends. Like he is very much. I think he could have picked anything, but I think he was infatuated with YouTube, and like that's why he's like the Steve Jobs of it. And you'd think he'd be like really like bizarre in person. He's
lovely.
Yeah, but he's like really, he's very easy to talk to, and he's like very like with it.
He's very North Carolinian. Like there's like a lovely, slightly southern, like kind of laid back affability. I told this story before about, you know, Jimmy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Friend Jimmy.
When you said Mr. Beast, I almost just had no idea. I was like, you mean
It's for the people, you know. People listen to this. I remember once we had talked and had a couple of nice conversations, and I told the story in the pod, but I had a friend who had a child who was incredibly sick. This was like a Make-A-Wish type thing. And they were like, do you have any connection to Mr. Beast? He's obsessed. And
wow.
Anything like that, I'm like, I will ruin a friendship for that. Like,
wow, sick.
Yeah, I will just put myself out there. I don't care. I'll ask anyone. And I wrote him, and I was like, I know you're so busy, but here's the thing. The video came within 2 minutes for the kid. And just like a lovely couple minutes long video thanking him, and so sweet. And I was like, Jimmy, you're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's special.
That is really sick. He's so good at it. He just gets it all, and he's so locked and he's so tapped in. What have you learned anything from him? Like, is there anything like that? I think we're completely different creators.
How so?
He's just like so structured.
Do you wish you had more structure?
I think what made the videos so special is that there was none. Structure would allow me to keep going. But I don't know. Like, I think, like, being 18, 19, 20, like, when you're filming it, like, especially, like, at the kind of what felt like the beginning of that, like, vlogger era, like, at least, like, that type. I don't know. It felt like structure. Like structure is not just like something I was thinking of. Like now, like seeing Mr. Beast, yes, but like not to do what I was doing before. Does it make sense? I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely envious of like he comes in and he knows what beats he's hitting. Like and he I was talking to him. I was like, "How many ideas you have?" Because I would never have ideas. And he's like, "Oh, I have like 300 ideas in my notes right now." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make any sense." I mean, like when we were filming the vlogs, there's never an idea past that moment.
Well, but I wonder if it's because he's like sitting in a boardroom on Monday mornings with 10 smart people going like, "Give me your best ideas and we'll aggregate it to this list." Or is it just him on his notes? It's probably not just him.
No, he definitely has like a room full of people. But do you remember like when I don't know if like if you remember, but like we would sometimes try to hire writers and it would just never go anywhere.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was just there would just never be an idea that would like ever make it to like the videos.
Right.
And we did it like 3 or 4 times and we were like, okay, let's try to like, because it was just, that was the worst panic of like making them is like, after one was done, it was like, that's all the ideas we had. And now Jason and I are driving around just like literally like patrolling the street like cops looking to see if there's anything funny. Like that's just, but that was also the best part because it felt like we were just like fishing for like funny stuff. We're just literally sitting at the lake all day being like, is something funny gonna happen?
Yeah, fish and prey.
Yeah, we would just sit in the car and just insult each other till one like joke landed. And we're like, okay, that one was funny.
Sometimes it hurt.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at ByHeart. Folks, let me tell you a little bit about ByHeart, okay? ByHeart is an infant nutrition company built from the ground up to deliver real innovation on behalf of babies and parents. Their mission is simple: make the best formula in the world. Using the latest in breast milk science, that's right, ByHeart created a clinically proven, easy-to-digest infant formula that's made with organic grass-fed whole milk, certified clean ingredients, and features a patented protein blend that gets closest to breast milk. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by ByHeart. Folks, ByHeart is an infant formula company that's on a mission to make the best formula in the world. Why don't more infant formula brands use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more use organic grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why aren't more locally made right here in the USA? ByHeart was wondering the same. ByHeart is an infant formula company that's obsessed with nutrition. Its next generation gentle recipe was designed to deliver clean ingredients, high quality nutrition, and proven benefits all in one formula. Their mission is simple: make the best formula in the world. Using the latest in breast milk science, that's right, ByHeart created a clinically proven, easy to digest infant formula that's made with organic grass-fed whole milk, certified clean ingredients, and features a patented protein blend that gets closest to breast milk. So folks, are you curious about ByHeart? Head to ByHeart, spelled BYHEART.com, and use code GoodGuys30 to save 30% off. What a deal! Off your first subscription order for a limited time. ByHeart is also available at Target, Walmart, and other major retailers nationwide. Check them out in stores today. Additional terms and conditions apply. Use code GoodGuys30 at checkout. ByHeart.com, spelled BYHEART.com, to save 30% off your first subscription. Code GoodGuys30. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Chewy. Folks, I'm just trying to live up to the version of me my dog thinks I am. Romeo assumes I've got it all together. Meanwhile, I'm Googling, can dogs eat watermelon, and realizing we're out of food and I forgot the flea meds. What are you, nuts? Chewy had both, thank God, BH, and delivered it fast. Now he's well-fed, itch-free, and still thinks I've got it all under control, thanks to Chewy, trusted by over 20 million pet parents. With over 100,000 products from top pet brands, Chewy makes it easy to find everything from food and treats to beds and toys, all delivered to your door in just 1 to 2 days. They also carry supplies for birds, fish, reptiles, whatever floats your boat. No store trips, no markups, and faster than other delivery services, Chewy brings it all straight to you. To support your pet's health, they offer prescription medications, telehealth vet visits, pet insurance, and are expanding to in-person vet clinics across the country. What can't Chewy do? AutoShip lets you schedule recurring deliveries of the essentials you use most, so you never run out. It's flexible, easy to manage, and can be changed or canceled at any time. Customer support is available 24/7 by phone or chat, with expert advice always on hand. And with their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can return any item within a year, no questions asked. Folks, I love Chewy. I love Chewy because I don't have to think about it. I have Romeo's food on auto ship. I'll never run out. Chewy makes me look like the man. Claudia's like, you should really go to the store to get him food. I'm like, it's literally downstairs. Yeah, that's right. I did that. Folks, Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewpanions.chewy.com/goodguys. That's Chewpanions, CHEWPANIONS.chewy.com/goodguys to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewpanions.chewy.com/goodguys. Minimum purchase necessary. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details. Details? Details.
Have you ever regretted giving someone a car or done some charity for someone where you're like, actually, they didn't deserve it?
Fuck, this is a Natalie question. Natalie would remember for sure. Oh yeah, Natalie. I got Natalie 2 cars. That was like, why the fuck did I do that?
Didn't you ruin one though? Didn't you mess up your Bronco?
Oh, that was I ruined that one. And Taylor, we got 2 cars because she crashed the first one and then she crashed the second one. And then the third car, we were like, you have to buy your own car for this time.
Good luck.
No, I don't.
Because I get inundated, and I'm not, Mr. Beast by any means. Like, I get inundated with, just because of YouTube culture, like, hey, I could use money for X, or I could use this for that. And I'm like, I would love to be charitable. I would love to help you. But, like, I don't have any way of vetting that this is really going to whatever you're saying it is. So I'd rather do, like, a GoFundMe or something that I know has just been slightly vetted that I can, feel that I can rest easy about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we were like vetting that much, but it wasn't like we were doing too many like random people. It was very much like within our friend group.
Sure.
And that's why I say like the car giving thing is kind of like, I don't know. It got to the point where not that it was repetitive, but like it was expected, which kind of sucked, which kind of ruined it. Like people just like assume they're gonna get a car or something, which is kind of weird. So that's the part where I kind of stopped enjoying doing that. I was like, oh fuck, everybody's just like they're waiting for it.
Well, why'd you stop? Where were you when you stopped in 2022? What was going on?
Well, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But like to keep it short and sweet, I just think like it was like a big moment in my life where like there was a lot of changes happening and a lot of changes I wanted to make, and just like when you're going and you're making so many videos, you're never on like the outside of it, like staring in, like you have like such like a warped perception of everything, and then just being able to take a moment and like step outside of it and be like, okay, this is my last 4 or 5 years. This is what happened. This is what could be better. This is what didn't work out. This is what did work. Like that was a lot. Like I didn't learn a lot about myself until I took like a break, and then I was like, holy fuck, there's like so many different things that I missed or I didn't see, or like how I interact with people is different now. And just like being able to take dinners or hang out with people or like catch up on like I never hung out. I never did anything without a camera. Like I did not operate without a camera. So just being able to do that and being like present with people was like so fucking big the last 2-3 years. And like to the point where I'm so addicted to it now, like being there without a purpose of filming something, where like I can't ever go back into what it was, just because like I just love, like even this one video that we filmed took a year. And that was because I was just filming moments like when I felt it was time to film them, rather than like chasing moments. And like that was so much better and more rewarding for me, because I could like live my life like very normally and make very regular relationships rather than that. And I was also running out of ideas. I had no fucking idea. When COVID hit, I remember I was so stoked. Sorry, COVID was bad. But like I was like, in a sense, I was like, I remember I turned to Natalie. I was like, "Can I take a break now?" Because like I went from 3 week to 2 week to 1 week, and I was like, I should stop posting for a little bit. She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And like I always knew once I took my foot off the gas, it would be very much over. Just because when you're in it, it literally feels like you're in a fucking black hole of just like things flying at you.
And what do you think like over? Well, I'm interested to know like, so it's January 2023.
Yeah,
it's just a random day.
Sure.
Whatever. What's your day look like?
Like when I'm vlogging or when I'm not?
No, I'm saying you're going from, you were vlogging every day, putting out, nonstop. You're with your camera, you're fishing for ideas with Jason, and now you've already started this time off. What did a random day look like?
It's fucking crazy. I can't explain. Like I always say, like if I was to die tomorrow, I have no, like I feel like I've lived 50 lives in those like 3-4 years. It's so overwhelming to think about it. Like everything that was every day felt like it was like a week, like a proper week of like so many activities and so many things. So like when I first stopped, it was like just being able to breathe and just reflect and like just hang out was fucking crazy. And I don't say this from a point where it was miserable making the vlogs. It was the fucking best, but it was like you kind of said earlier. It's just
was
like
work.
It was no. It was just
Well, I would
it was
say,
just
look,
a different experience.
if you're saying that you had to do something so hardcore for a couple years and then you had to take such a drastic time off, there was obviously something where you needed to take a breath.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I definitely did. And I don't think that breath is over, is why I don't want it to be like, well, no, yeah. I made a video just because I really wanted to make one, and I think that's how I'm going to go about making all future videos, because I really like I said, like not chasing things down and not be like, we need this in the vlog. Like that's what it started to become. At the end, it's like there's no give back element. There's no making fun of Jason here. There's no there was no and it's like it started to become like a recipe, which is also almost why I kind of like stray away when you asked me about like the format with Mr. Beast, which is why I almost was like, maybe I don't want a format because I don't want it to feel like I'm like hitting these points in a video, or like I'm like I feel like I'm like forcing a bit to happen rather than like it just coming naturally. And like making this last one felt more natural. So if it takes me 3 years to make one video, so be it. I'd rather just do that. And in the meantime, like catching up with humans is fun.
So last question, then we'll move on. What can you boil down what you think was the biggest lesson over the last couple years? What do you think you've learned?
I think communication has been like probably the biggest thing that I've taken from all this. And just like, especially when if I'd have an issue with somebody, I would just like kind of stray away from it. I just like confrontation. Like I'm just like, I've always like feared it. So like, I mean, I don't want to name names, but like if we had like a certain friend that I was like, okay, they did something that was like, this is really bizarre, I wouldn't be able to approach that moment. I would just kind of like just like turn an eye to it, if that makes sense. And like now, like even recently, if I've had an issue with somebody, like it's just more of like a conversation between two people helps tremendously than just like letting it sizzle boil and having it form its own legs in its own life and causing more problems on the road, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ben, got anything before we move on?
Yeah, one last thing. Just those 4 years, you're living a week in a day. Obviously, it's I would assume impossible to meaningfully see someone or date someone. Like, do you want to be with someone? Are you seeing someone? Is like a family a family in the future what you want? Like, is that what you want?
No, I also when I was filming the vlogs, like I it's hard because it's like it feels like now I'm more like tapped in with people and like having conversations.
Yeah.
But like even at the time, like that was my own way of being like tapped in. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Say more.
Like,
and then maybe I will.
Okay. Like I don't like just because I was filming them doesn't mean I wasn't like there and enjoying it. I was enjoying it, but I was like after I was done enjoying one thing, I didn't rest. I was ready to enjoy the next. I wasn't like indulging in like the joy of everything because I was like chasing the next piece of joy in that day.
Yeah.
Is that hard when there's someone, but there is also someone else in the equation, right? What if they're like, I don't want to live at that speed?
Yeah, but it was also different because there was like 15 of us, and I would drive to Big Nick's house. I would be there for an hour and a half. I'd film my vlog, and then he'd give me his camera, and I'd film his. And then it would go to the next person's house. So it was just like constant dopamine of like going around. We were all filming, and it was just constant. Where it was a very different way of living, but it was all so natural at the time. And looking back, it's still very natural, but this is just like different. Where like, yes, before I couldn't find a girlfriend. I think that would be fucking madness, and that's all I would be doing is like working. Now am I on the lookout? Fuck yeah. I'm ready to like move back to Chicago. And I know Natalie shakes her head every time I say this, but like I'm just like I'm loving just like being able to like hang out, like go out with friends. I live with 3 of my hometown friends, so it's like that's like my favorite thing to do. And to add like a potential girlfriend or wife down the road would be like the most exciting thing for shorter answer for that.
And obviously, you've had a relationship that was super public. Would your new relationship be less public?
I think my definition of public is different now.
Sure.
So like at the time, like it was more so like 3 videos a week. So yes, it was public. But like, yeah, I still like, if I love something, I'm still gonna want to share it. Like that's. So I still want to go to sex parties.
You're talking couples. We're talking sanctum. Gotcha.
Yeah, but
We're big polygamy people here.
great. Okay, good. We'll hit you up.
It was called The Good Family originally, not The Good Guys.
Yeah, no, but there's definitely, yes, I still would want, like one of my videos that I really want to make is like a video, like 4-minute video about like falling in love. Like I feel like that's really interesting.
Yeah.
But like I don't think it has to be like, what are you feeling now? Like I think it's like a very like casual thing. Like yeah, I think I'll still have a public relationship down the road, but that's just because at this point I can't like avoid it.
I try to put my wife in videos, and she's like, "No, thanks." And I'm like, "Do you like this couch we're on? Do you see this roof?
I was gonna ask you.
Paid."
At first, you were like kind of iffy about your kids. Are you more of like whatever, like on social media?
I think every person deserves the choice of anonymity, and so I
Right?
wouldn't-
Yeah, you said this. I thought that was so cool when you say that. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm a Jewish dad who's so full up of pride and love for my. There's a Yiddish word, naches. Shout out, Ben.
Shout out.
I get so much naches, pride for my children that I do want to share them, but it's very rare. I try to make it rare, and I
Right.
try not to. And if I do, sometimes like we've done a brand deal or two, but like I try to do. We gotta keep the fucking wheels on the car, goddammit. But like you won't see their face. Like they'll be like, "Hey, Dad," and I'll be like, "Hey," and then they'll walk through the frame, and I'll be like, "Here at Halliburton." No, I'm kidding. Here at Raytheon Technologies. Olivia, shout out.
Oh my God,
girl.
that's funny.
Well, that's also a good question for Ben, because Ben and his wonderful wife Claudia are super public. How have you guys had a chat about the wonderful Baruch Hashem baby to come and how public you'll be?
Yeah, nobody will ever see this baby's face unless
Really?
they're in person. Yeah, it's
But
just,
that's what Josh said.
So maybe,
And then some brand deals came in.
I was going to
That
say
needed the baby.
Maybe it depends, but Claudia's sister Jackie, who she does the podcast with, like she has 2 kids under 3. Nobody's ever seen their faces. It's just so I think she's going to do what her older sisters do, and maybe something will change. And to Josh's point, whatever feels right is right for the person. But I don't know. There are just too many creeps. Like I just want to avoid the creeps. And I don't know. That said, you have that pride. Like, how do you not show the most significant thing in your life to your audience that you're like saying that you love and are authentic with? It's hard. And Josh's kids are so fucking cute. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that is interesting because like Josh is hesitant to, like as you can tell, to show them online, but like in person, you want to share those kids all the time. Like that's you just love that. So like, yeah, it is kind of like, well, I want to share with more people, but like just for their safety, I don't. So yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah,
I've
guess.
never had kids, so I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I do understand that it may be tough.
Yeah, well, look, on the grand scheme of things, if I think like a YouTube family is a 10 and Ben is going to be a 1, I'm like, if I can live it around a 3, I'm feeling okay about it.
That
That
said,
makes
if
sense.
I can have a YouTube family, now this is a different story. If we're like one of those,
Wait, are you nervous about having a kid? What are the thoughts going into this? I'm sure you guys have covered it a lot.
I'm
but-
really pumped. Like I've been with my wife for almost 12 years. We'll be married.
Wow.
8 years. We got married when we were young. We met when we were 20 and 18.
Where'd you guys meet?
We met at a party, a college party. Like just like 2 regular kids, no social media, no nothing. And then our lives just like
good
kind
life.
of
Beautiful.
like we grew together. It's a lovely story. It is.
Did you guys meet in? Well, actually, I don't even. Where are you from?
New
'Cause
York.
You're in like
New
4
York.
different places. Florida?
No,
Oh,
New
New
York.
York.
New York.
Okay. You guys met in New York?
We met in New York at an NYU party.
And then did you know right away that she was the one, or did it take a little bit?
No. So we officially met. She was at the front of a long bathroom line at a party, and I was at the back, and the person in the bathroom was taking a shit, and I went up to the door, and I'm like, can you get out? Like, I need to take a piss.
That's marriage material.
And the person opened the door, and they're like, who was knocking? And I pointed to Claudia.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's how we met. Went on a couple dates, and yeah, it blossomed. It blossomed, but she's the best.
Where as a man who's expecting, where do you recommend? Where does a single person find the love of their life?
I think through a friend.
Yeah?
You have to trust those friends, but I like a setup through a friend.
You can't be with my sister-in-law.
Josh has. I was going to say Josh has some good. Josh has some good single friends. Josh does. No.
Do I? I do.
Paige
I know
does.
single
Paige
people.
has to have some single people.
She
No.
has. She has some nice single friends. Her sisters are awesome. One's married and one's 6 feet, and so you're
Damn it.
too much of a squeak. Sorry.
Just missed about a couple inches.
I know. So did I. By the way, I round up. I'm like I'm 5'11" ish.
Maybe a bar.
Okay, so let's get to
Maybe
what, Ben?
Dobrik's. I said maybe meet her at a bar. Maybe meet her at Dobrik's. Maybe she's your top customer.
I don't know if Dobrik's is the right. Also, bar. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about your fitness life? Maybe at a yoga class. Maybe at
That's what I
Orange
think it
Theory.
is.
Maybe at Equinox. Shout out, Ambassador.
I think.
Sorry.
Are you actually? That's incredible.
I mean,
You
I
have to
take
be humble about
creatine. Yeah, I take fucking creatine, Dave.
I think farmers market is like I've been to one like once or twice, but I've never been there with. I heard you're not allowed to approach not allowed to, but frowned upon to approach women at the grocery store.
Interesting. I didn't
No,
know.
no,
I've
the
never
girls are
heard
shaking
this.
their
I
heads.
don't
Are you
know.
allowed to?
Olivia?
I think it's fine.
Oh, what the fuck?
Depends on the section,
Right.
Yes.
right?
I have it so wrong then. Okay. I'm still figuring this out.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
get
do
it
it
though.
where there's any innuendo like issues, right? Like produce, you got to be careful.
Right. If she's like, okay.
Near the
So depending what vegetable she has in her hand.
right, you don't want to be like nice,
Nice
eggplant.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that
dumb.
makes sense.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Sax Underwear. Folks, you know I love Sax Underwear here at the Good Guys Podcast because we love their ballpark pouch. That's right, baby. Patented in 2006, a complete game changer. They got athletes like Max Crosby, Aaron Gordon. You know the drill. They got me on board. That's right, because I don't like BSTL. Ball stuck to the leg. I'm telling you, folks, you're sweating. You got to keep the boys secure. You know, maybe we're running up the hill. Maybe we're doing a 5K. Maybe we're playing some basketball. Maybe we're playing some golf. I don't want my nuts sticking to my leg. Sorry. I don't want it. And you don't want it either. And your boyfriend doesn't want it. So why don't you get it for him as a gift? I'm telling you, folks, it is a game changer. They finally solved the huge issue. Okay? We have men's underwear. We've always had men's underwear. Well, maybe not always. I guess people used to walk around free balling. Then it was even worse. Oh my God, can you imagine being in the desert and your nut is stuck to your leg and everybody can see that your nut is stuck to the leg? Thank God Sax exists, and thank God we're living in 2025, because I'm telling you, I would not have survived. Sax underwear is designed with the ballpark pouch, which is a patented 3D hammock that keeps everything in its place and prevents unwanted skin-on-skin contact, which means no chafing, no riding up, and no weird adjusting, so nobody gives you any weird looks. And I'm telling you, folks, these are next level comfortable and unbelievable gifts. Ladies, buy this for your man. Ladies, buy this for your man. Men, buy this for your man. Mom, don't buy this for your son. That would be weird, okay? That would be weird. We're trying to gift, but we're trying not to be weird, all right? Don't creep anybody out. Think about it. You change your oil, upgrade your phone, rotate your sneakers, but you're still rocking those stretched out boxers from college? What are you, nuts? Your underwear is the one thing you wear every single day. Sax underwear gives you breathable fabric, no ride-up legs, and a pouch that keeps everything up in its lane. Upgrade your drawers, upgrade your day, folks, at Sax.com. That's SAXX.com. Check them out today. Sax.com, SAXX.com. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Function. Folks, I chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives me data most people never get and the insights to start doing something about it. Inside Function, you get access to over 100 biomarkers. That's right, we're testing over 100 biomarkers, from hormones to toxins to markers of heart and health, inflammation, and stress. For an additional fee, you can also access MRI and chest CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's a near 360-degree view to better see what's happening in your body. That's why top health leaders such as Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, Dr. Jeremy London, Dr. Benjamin Soffer are all behind Function Health. The Longevity Institute of Technology is behind behind Function Health. What more do you need to hear? Folks, I did it. I got tested, all the biomarkers, and it came back, folks, okay? It came back that I have some serious inflammation. So honestly, me taking turmeric is a really great idea. But I did find out that if you take turmeric by itself, first of all, it'll make you itchy, but that's only if you overdose. Second, if you're not taking it with activated black pepper, it's not doing anything for you, folks. You need the combo. So the next time that you go, I'm not a doctor. Actually, just said that I was a doctor. If I was a doctor, I'd tell you, don't buy turmeric by itself. That's meant for cooking. You need it with black pepper. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. Folks, burnout isn't just feeling overwhelmed by long hours or a busy calendar. It's biology, folks. You feel drained because your body is drained, and you need to know what's wrong with it so you can fix it. And real change starts when you realize how much stress is doing to your body. Biomarkers give that insight into how stress might be showing up, including cortisol, which is the stress hormone, DHEA sulfate, which is a key hormone produced primarily by the adrenal glands and tied to resilience. Folks, you just need to learn more about your body. So, folks, if you are ready to learn more about your body, learn more and join using our link. Function is a near 360-degree view to see what's happening in your body. And my first 1,000 listeners get a $100 credit towards their membership. How easy is that? Visit www.functionhealth.com/goodguys or use gift code goodguys100 at sign up to own your health. That's functionhealth.com/goodguys or gift code goodguys100 at sign up to own your health.
Okay, wait. So there was a story that I wanted to talk about really quick because we love stories here, and then we'll get to one quick question. Then we'll get to our What Are You Nuts, Ben?
Perfect. Yeah.
Here we go. I was horrified when my date asked to split the bill. All we got was juice. The juice was not worth the squeeze. Shout out New York Post. The idea of who should pick up the tab on a first date is a divisive issue. However, one Brazilian influencer says she now refuses to split the bill because she had a nightmare date where he asked her to split and she thought he was joking, but he was serious. They just had a juice.
Who just has a juice? Like, I can't get past, like, what they were even doing at a restaurant, just ordering juice. But sure, you order juice. One person pick up the bill because it's juice. It's very strange. It's not even cheap. It's like there's an issue here. There's an issue there's a core issue. He's not cheap. He has problems. Pay for the juice.
I don't care what you're ordering. If it's your first date, the guy's got to cover it. 1,000%. I mean, I think the guy should cover any date. That's a divisive issue, is whether or not a guy or girl should split the bill. I think that's like one of those things that like just have been a staple for so long where like that's a gender norm that you should follow where guys pay. No?
I agree, but also are you going you have a first date. There's no way that you're only ordering juice. Like,
well,
what
I
is wrong
assume
with
it was
them?
after a workout. I don't think it was like a date. I think they met at Pilates and then they were like, let's go grab a juice. I don't think it was like
That's
also,
fair.
they probably got two juices. You're assuming they got one and they got two straws.
Like you don't think that they went to Applebee's and he said, "I'll take an orange juice." Like, you think that this was a post workout?
No. Oh no, my head goes to like Erewhon juice where it was like 15. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, maybe they should have split it. Because like an Erewhon juice is like $15, and I'm sure they got two. No, they should split it. But like, you're thinking of like the lowest form of juice, but this feels like next. It's in the New York Post. This has to be next level.
I'm thinking of the lowest form of juice. I think it's not that strange. If
Josh is dying of the heat over here.
I'm dying. I just turned the fan on. Sorry. I told you guys
Going on
I take
about the
creatine.
juice.
You guys keep taking juice.
Josh is melting away in his seat.
Oh my God! I'm a father of almost 3.
At least you look
I
svelte.
can't take it anymore.
You look good.
Hold on.
David, read me your notes from Taylor.
Okay, so this is from someone we work with, big fan. It says Ben, and then it gives me all the info.
Okay.
So this isn't me speaking, so I'm sorry if wife currently having a baby, Claudia. Mm-hmm. I've already learned this. Assistant is a huge toaster.
Okay.
Ben and Claudia on Ozempic, always been overweight in parentheses.
Now Manjaro. I switched. But yes.
Is this real?
Yes.
I'm just reading it. I'm reading it like it says.
Yes.
Huh? Okay. How is that going?
It's good. Lost 60 pounds.
Wait, you lost how many?
60. 60
And how long? 60 pounds?
Yeah. 60 on Ozempic over the course of a year. And then it like kind of, I went off because we went to get pregnant and like it just, I don't know if it's true that it's harder to get pregnant while you're on it, but I went off it. And then when I went back on it, it didn't work anymore, so I switched to Manjaro, and now Manjaro's working again. It's grooving.
Oh, wow. And then what does it do? Just suppress your appetite? Like, you literally don't feel the need to eat?
No, you feel like when you're really, really fat, like I was like 280 pounds. I'm 6'2", but I was a big dude. And you have this constant food noise in your head, like eat, 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 eat. And you're like, I'm full. I don't want to eat anymore. So it just quiets like obesity food noise. Yeah.
But do you do you avoid nachos now? Like, does your brain not tell you that you're craving something fun when you're at a restaurant?
No, it still does, and you have to be very careful because if you eat too many of those nachos, you're just not going to feel good. Like, it immediately, like, you can have
and that's because of the drug, right?
Because
like,
of the
if
drug.
you overeat, okay.
If you overeat,
So,
it
like,
punishes you.
Kind of punishes you. Okay, right on. You love to cook.
Love.
How did you start that? Because that's something I'd love to pick up, but I'm too lazy to.
So my dad owns a catering company, so I always was in the kitchen with him. And when everybody else sort of hopped on TikTok and was cooking, I was like, I can fucking cook. Like, let me do this too. So I started. Originally, my page was all memes, and then I pivoted from memes into comedy cooking.
Wait. What do you mean your page is all memes? That's how you started social media?
So I started social media. Boy with No Job was just a meme page. That's what I did.
No way.
And I pivoted.
I also did meme pages.
Did you? What was your
Were
meme
you
page?
on Kick? Were you on Kick messaging like other meme pages for like reposts and stuff?
No, I would do it through Instagram DMs though. Like those dark days of like, let me turn private, and everybody would shout you out, and then
Yes.
Instagram punished you for being private and said that they would like block your account or remove your verification if you didn't turn on public again. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
was-
crazy.
I was
Hold
on
on,
memes.
Let me tell Josh that we have the same come up story.
Well,
You're missing the
you've
stash.
done better
This is
on.
good stuff here.
Shoot, sorry.
Josh, you're missing good stuff. We were in a hard Q&A.
Yeah, well, because I have all these notes that I've been meaning to ask, and we just got into Ben Loves Cooking, and basically he was saying that he originally started on social media as a meme page, where he was just posting other people's videos.
Yeah,
Some
like
people
I would
comment,
make,
"Please credit me."
I would make
Just
1
that
in
type
10.
of-
I would make 1 in 10.
Yeah. Okay, right on. And I also was doing the reason I moved out to LA is because I was making enough money, which was like $600 a month or whatever, from meme pages, and I ran a page called Jack Galinsky.
Right. I remember that from
Yeah.
Jack and Jack.
So do you know Jack? Are you familiar with Jack and Jack, Ben?
No.
So they were just like a duo on Vine. They crushed it. They were huge.
Okay.
But Jack Galinsky, one of the Jacks, didn't have his own page. So I would take the Jack and Jack old videos where it was mainly just Galinsky, and I would post them as if he started his own page, and it was the most popular like meme page on Vine for like a really long time. Oh my God, Josh, you know Boys of Vine.
Maybe.
Yeah, don't pretend like you don't.
What is that?
You would revine with him all the time. And
All the time.
And I know this because, so, revine for revine on Vine was like a big thing that a lot of people look down upon. And I remember the moment Josh first...
Clip it. Everyone, this is what's going to get some views.
And I remember the first time I saw Josh do revine for revine, because Josh was the only celebrity at the time on Vine. Like, kudos to Josh for being the first guy to jump on this shit, which is really fucking big deal. And then you revine with Boys of Vine, and that's when I knew. I'm like, Hollywood is merging with influencers. Like, that was a big fucking deal. And I can't believe you don't remember it. He was revining like edits of like Nash Greer and Cameron Dallas. Don't pretend like you don't fucking remember.
Next episode, we're going to have on Tom from MySpace.
But yeah, that's sick that you started with meme pages too.
Yeah, and it was hard. It was like a hard transitional period to pivot, but cooking and honestly Instagram stories made it easier. You could show your face. Like that transition happened. But
And why did you get into cooking?
it's just something that
Just because of the catering? Yeah, because it was in
yeah. It's in my blood. I love to do it. I'm good at it, and it's fun. I love doing it.
Damn,
Look at that.
this is incredible. A fellow meme pager.
He's a very impressive guy.
Yeah, once you really peel back the layers.
Yeah, and he's a rabbi.
Josh, we need to go into Dobrik's and we'll make some pizza. Let's do
Please help us with our cheese.
Yeah, apparently. Maybe we do a kosher slice.
Yeah, great. I'm on it. Let's do it.
Yeah, just keep it away from the pepperoni. All right, so we'll do one speak pipe, and then we'll get to Woody and Nut. So speak pipe is people call us for advice. They need help. They want us to weigh in. If you want to leave us a message, go to, where am I looking? Speakpipe.com/goodguys. Here's a little something from Anonymous.
Hey, good guys. Okay, y'all might hate me because this is going to be kind of long, but I really need advice. My fiance and I are getting married this year, and we just sent out our save the dates. We invited a specific group of friends except one girl because I just really don't like her. And my fiance is still friends with her and still wants to invite her to the wedding. To make a long story short, but not really, they had a fling prior to me and my fiance meeting and dating. Me and the girl were already co-workers, and then my fiance started working at the same place as us. And about 2 weeks into us talking, I found out that they had a fling, so out of respect, I had a chat with her to make sure she was okay with us talking and to ensure she didn't have any feelings for him anymore. She gave me the green light. We stayed friends and even hung out multiple times. Fast forward to 3 years into the relationship, I found out that the whole first 2 years, she would try to make moves on my fiance, like trying to make out with him or hold his hand or literally do anything, knowing we were dating. Am I nuts for not wanting her at the wedding because she disrespected me and our relationship? Or is he nuts for wanting her at the wedding and not taking my feelings into consideration?
Guys are the worst. Like, this guy is such a scumbag.
That's fucking crazy.
Like, obviously it's nuts that he wants her at the wedding. Like, this girl. Like, no, get that girl out of here, that home-wrecking woman. No good.
Yeah, like halfway through it, I was like, okay, I could maybe see. But then when she started saying that he was making moves on, or that she was making moves on him, that's crazy. That's like completely out of the question. Obviously, she can't come, right?
Is it hard for you? Like, I wouldn't, if there was someone that my wife had been with in a previous life before I was ever around, I could be okay with it. As long as, like, he didn't try to hit on her after, obviously. But, like, does that freak you guys out?
No, that's totally fine, as long as he's not actively trying to sleep with her.
Hold on, it depends on how hot this guy is.
Well, let's get back to polyamory. So you're in the poly.
No, maybe 50-50 on. Oh, no, on what you were saying before.
Oh, okay, sure, okay.
Yeah, I think to conclude that, for sure, she should not come. And also, she should probably talk to her husband or just play this clip. Like, that's the craziest thing, right?
Yeah, let's do one more.
It's also her wedding, like, whatever.
These are
hey,
fun,
good guys.
Right?
I'm trying to think of something really fun to do for my 30th birthday. There's just one caveat, and that's that I'm going to be 7 months pregnant. Trying to decide if I have all my friends come to town. I can't leave town because my last baby came 6 weeks early. Maybe we could rent out a bungalow at a nice hotel, pool. Or should I just postpone the celebration until after baby comes and go on a trip somewhere really fun? Would love to hear y'all's advice. Thanks. Love the show. Bye.
There's only one answer. And it's Benihana Hibachi. Okay?
Ben suggested Benihana, just so you guys can hear.
That's the only answer. Benihana Hibachi. You go, you see the volcano, you have a nice meal. That's it.
But then she blows inviting her friends, though, on Benihana. Not that it's not the greatest spot on earth, but I'm just saying, now her friend, it sounds like her friends have to fly in, right?
Yeah,
you can't have your friends fly in or come in for Benihana.
You can't.
You don't travel for Benihana?
To be honest, I actually don't like Benihana.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore.
You know what?
Do you not like hibachi?
I can't do it. I don't like watching food being made in front of me, and I think the portions are small. That's it.
Well, I thought you wanted to date more. I thought you wanted to find your
Not
special
going to
someone.
Benihana, that's for sure.
Good luck.
She should postpone.
I think she should postpone 100%.
Or do Benihana with your casual local friends.
But you're going to give birth in 2 months, do like a 30 and a half birthday and blow it out and get shit house and, do mushrooms and live your life. And then you don't have to worry about having a little interloper in you.
And amen. Or you could just drink now and do mushrooms now and just see what happens. I don't know.
I'm cutting that out.
God, that's a good point.
Okay, wait. There's just one more. There's one more, and then we're done.
Hi, Josh and Ben. Huge moron here. I need some advice regarding my husband's best friend and his new wife. They recently got married, and I've become pretty close with the wife, and she's made many comments to me that are pretty concerning. Her husband won't share his password to his phone. She has no access to their finances, and she's even made multiple comments to me about how she doesn't really get any action if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
No, what does that mean?
They're newlyweds, and their experience is just so different from when me and my husband got married, and I just overall feel like she deserves better, and it really bothers me, and I want to say something, but I don't know if it's my place. So should I say something to her? Should my husband say something to his friend, or is it none of my business and I should just leave it alone?
I tend to start with it's none of your business. I don't like when people meddle. The guy does seem like a jerk, though, but I don't know.
Do you guys share your passwords with your? Do you guys have passwords with your wives? Do you guys share them?
I do, and yes, but my wife doesn't. She doesn't snoop though. If she did, it doesn't matter. But like, I do. Yes, I think it's weird to not know. Like, I know my wife's phone password.
Sorry, what was the question? She has full access. My son and I have the same password for his iPad and my phone, so yeah, she has full access all the time.
I mean, everything she said is funky, but she can't get involved.
She can't get involved, but everything she said is funky. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Funky funk.
All right. I love that. Like, if I had a significant other, like, I'd want that person to be on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just feels like even more intimate. It's like, wow, we're really close. Because like right now, I don't give my fucking phone to anybody. But like, I'll open those gates.
Natalie?
No.
You get phone access?
No, Natalie literally today, she needed analytics for something, and like every time I have to go to Safari to like make sure everything's all good, and she's like, "What are you even doing on there?" I'm like, I'm doing the standard guy things, but like I don't want you to fucking accidentally open it. And for some reason, she's like, "I don't care," and I'm like, "You will if you see the shit."
Yeah, that search history is for no one but yourself.
Yeah, that needs a lock.
All right, so our final portion of the show is we do our What Are You Nuts moment of the week. It's our gripes with people, places, and things, big or small, whatever's currently sticking in your craw. So Ben and I will go first whenever Ben comes back on the screen.
I'm not on the screen?
I'm sure he's here. Can you hear us,
Yeah,
Ben?
I can hear you perfectly, and I can see you. So
Okay, well, that's all that matters.
Like a pet peeve.
what the hell is going on
Anything
over there?
that's just currently annoying you.
Okay,
Ben,
okay.
you want to start?
Yeah, sure. I mentioned before that I was at the spa, saw this guy naked go into the cold plunge. That wasn't the only strange thing that happened. I go into the steam room. Josh, I'm looking just for a little steam. Like 10 minutes of bliss, no problem. The guy takes a speaker phone call. He's taking a call on speaker in the steam room. What are you, nuts? Get out of the steam. Your phone also, your Galaxy S25 Ultra is going to be soaked.
Well, this brand deal goes deep.
You have no idea.
Josh, what about you?
As Ben mentioned, I was just in beautiful Vancouver, Canada, and I took my son skiing for the first time, or more appropriately, his grandparents took him skiing. But I'd never been. Like, I've never had the experience. And while it seemed lovely, skiing is what are you nuts? First of all,
Oh wow.
the gear,
I agree.
the gear. Layers.
Nope.
First of all, I'm watching him going down this bunny slope. I'm freezing to death. I'm so cold. I'm like my teeth hurt. And then you go into the lodge. Everyone's running to the lodge. Get out of the snow. Yeah, because we figured out how to weather the storm in a heated place with kind of okay snacks. Skiing in general is what are you nuts?
Nuts.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nuts.
I agree. I had to choose in that moment to listen to you or think about my what are you nuts, and I went with listen to you.
I'm sorry. I have that effect.
Okay.
Oh, you have so many grievances. Air them out. I know.
Natalie, just give me one. I know I have so many. But what's my pet peeve? Do you guys do cuts? Do I think about it really quick?
Yeah, take your time.
Okay.
Don't even
I know
worry.
I have one. Come on. Give me. Like I feel like I always write down my pet peeves, and my phone didn't show up any. Wait, let me just do one more search.
It's so funny, though. Look at my notes really quick that I took on the way here. Look at my first what are you nuts? Dave, tell Ben.
Oh, what the fuck? Speakerphone in the sauna. He wrote that down. You're like a magician.
I had the same experience as you, Ben.
Oh my God. These people are nuts. At least, by the way, the sauna is less less of a problem than the steam. The steam for him, I guess we have waterproof phones, but they're both crazy.
It's Meshuggah, and I unfortunately can't shut up. So, and he was a young kid. He didn't look like he did MMA, like he didn't have cauliflower ears. I looked at him and I said, he got off the phone. I said, hey, no speakerphone in the sauna.
No phone in the sauna.
Wait, you said that?
100%.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is such an invasion. You have to be psychotic to be in a small 190-degree room with men in towels and go, so what's the spreadsheet say? Like, that, what?
That's it. I said nothing.
I don't
watched
know.
it happen, and I said nothing.
I was at the gym the other day, and this guy was using the phone, and he was kind of loud, and it was very obnoxious to everybody around. But the guy right next to him kept giving him dirty looks, like on purpose. And I almost was like, in my head, I was like, why is he giving so many dirty looks to this guy? Like, fucking chill. Or like, we're all, I got it. I got my what are you nuts?
Okay.
Okay. It just came to me. I hate when people complain about babies on the plane. I hate it so much. It's my least favorite thing. When I see a baby on a plane, I just want to go, don't worry, fucking cry all you want. We are with you. Because I know that's going to be me. Like, hopefully.
It sounds like you came up with this with a team.
Yeah. No, I haven't mentioned this before. I have a lot of pet peeves.
Thank you for your truth, Natalie. Thank you for being honest and keeping him real.
But this is real. Why? Does it seem like I made it up?
No.
No. I swear, no, because everyone fucking hates babies. And it's like the nastiest comment section against babies all the time. Like, if you have a baby, don't fucking fly. But like, people have to get to places. Mm-hmm. And like, I can't imagine how much my skin is going to... I already get like uncomfortable on flights. I can't imagine how embarrassed I'm going to be when I have a kid that starts crying. So like, I wish that whole like culture changed by the time I get to flying with my baby. So maybe if this is where the pivot starts and accepting babies on flights, that'd be really sick. So in 4 or 5 years, I'm ready to fly.
You started a movement.
Oh, and what are you nuts? I don't know if I have to put that in somewhere, but yeah, that's nuts.
Give it a little oomph. What are you, nuts?
What are you, nuts?
Nice.
Yes. What are you, nuts?
Ben, take us home.
David, thank you so much. This was A+ episode, 5 stars. Otherwise,
Thanks for having me.
Otherwise, what are you,
This was a
nuts?
blast.
Do you want to plug anything? Send people anywhere?
Go check out Jason's podcast.
Okay, cool. No, Views is it called?
No, he has another one.
Oh, okay. Right.
Just go help Jason.
I've been on it. Gotcha.
Oh, you forgot it?
Like 2 weeks ago I was on it.
No, go eat Dobrik's pizza. David Dobrik on all socials. Thanks for having me. Oh, and I have a podcast called Views. Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, go check that out. Yes.
Well, this episode is 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips, TikTok and Instagram. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.